Let me check the health of the roots before deciding which potting soil to use. What's the combination? But let's check first. You know, root bound for sure. Slug. Yeah. Let's start. I'm not gonna do the cutting on half of. So I was saying I'm not gonna use a saw to cut this in half to do the root reduction. That's for the nursery plants that I do. But it was a bonsai before, so I already know where the trunk is. So if I would have cut it like this, I would have cut the trunk in half, and that's not good. So I'm just gonna take my time and use the cultivator to remove the soil, and a lot of thick roots here develop here at the bottom. I don't like that, don't want it. Cut those off. Keep trying. I see a lot of thick roots, and so just gonna try to make sure they're all spread out so I can determine what to do. I'm gonna rinse the root ball off with some water. At this point, this water is beneficial at this stage because it's kind of hot right now. I don't want the root ball to dry out, and it will also help wash the soil away so I can take a better look. Okay, after the rinse, still need to pull the roots out. This is the longest root pulling session I've done so far, I think. I mean, it was off the camera, but it took me a while. There's way too many roots, and I didn't want to cut. I didn't want to cut them off for now because I want to study them first. So, okay, now I don't know if you can see a lot of roots, and this is where the soil line was. And I was telling you, there's a lot of trunk underneath. I mean, a while ago, here, this was all trunk before. A while ago, this is one of my first bonsais. I probably had this for at least 8 years, and I was not. I love it, but eventually it weakened, got weak. It was dying, so I kind of panicked a little bit, and I decided to repot it in a bigger training pot, and for some reason I decided to bury the trunk also, thinking that it was going to be just a very short training period, maybe 1 or 2 years, but now actually went on for at least 3 or 4 years now, so a lot of roots are growing from the original trunk. So what I'm going to do now, the decision is to remove those roots. So the top level of the roots, I'm just going to remove them, therefore showing more of the trunk. And you know, by the way, nice and thick roots, very pretty, very juicy. And do you know that the roots, since I'm going to remove them, you know, do you know that these roots can be used for cuttings? I mean, some plants actually, if you plant a section of the root in the ground, and whatever is exposed outside, it will become the trunk. You might get a plant this way. I've done it successfully with wisterias before, and I'm going to try with the elm. Okay, there. Finally took the time. It was a very long session. I had to, you know, you cannot just cut the roots indiscriminately. You actually had to find out exactly where it's coming, where it's going, before pruning it. So otherwise I get the risk of severing, cutting a very important root. So anyway, it's done. I'm so happy. And actually, while I was doing root pruning, I remember why. I remember why I buried the trunk at a higher level, because I was trying to get the roots to grow some thicker surface roots. That was my purpose, and that's why I did it. So, and now it looks like I do get some. I do have some roots that could be very good surface roots. So I think the new soil line will be here. This is more or less what it was before. Okay, now let's prepare the soil. Okay, so the soil consists of 50% regular organic soil, 40% perlite, and 10% sand. Chinese elm is not very picky when it comes to soil. It will grow in almost any soil. So, but I do feel that they prefer a little bit more organic material. That's why the 50% organic soil. And of course the sand and the perlite is just to help the drainage. And also looking at the roots of this plant, it's pretty healthy. You know, it's very thick, and so I don't need to do any adjustment. If the roots were not very healthy and you want to encourage more root growth, I'll probably change the soil to 40% organic and 60% inorganic, just to add a little bit more perlite to help the soil grow. But it looks like it's very healthy, and probably I don't need to do that, so I'm going to use this. Okay, here's the pot I'm going to use. I'm actually running out of large pots. I need to go bonsai pot shopping, but so I actually had to reuse one of the old pots. I'm not ashamed of that. You can always reuse old pots even when this one's broken. I mean, I'll have to do. I mean, this is probably going to use this pot for 2 years. If you recall, this used to be the pot that I had my California oak in. Yeah. Okay, all the mesh in place, the wire in place. Now I'm going to put some soil and then put the plant on top. Gotta work fast. Roots already start drying out fast, even though I rinsed it with water. Okay, tie the bonsai to the pot. Gonna do a little bit upwards. Right now the bonsai is in the center of the pot. I could have moved a little bit more to the left. Alright, okay. Just need to add the soil now. I'm going to add this piece of rock in the back just to help the pot a little bit. A little repair. Okay, all the soil are in. Press a little bit. Now watering. Because it's the middle of the summer and I really want to make sure the plant just gets well watered, so I decided to put it in a pan with water and let it soak up the water also from the bottom. Really want to make sure the plant gets well watered. This won't hurt the plant. I mean, if you just soak it for an hour or so, and then take it out, let it drain well. With the soil mix that I'm using, it's very fast draining, so you don't have to worry about that.